Shalom, giving all praise to YAHAWASHI. And I'm going to entitle this video, Blessed Are Your Eyes, for They See. And I have a handful of precepts that I put together. And the first one I'm going to start with, well, before I say that, before I go to my first precept, I just want to say a couple of words on, this is a beautiful thing that the Most High has chosen us to do His work and to see what we see. We're seeing all these things, especially this year, which clearly 2020 is the year of prophecy. If I told you back in 2016 that in 2017 all these things that are happening in this country and around the world was going to happen in 2018 or 2019, it would be hard to believe, man. Windows being, there was a shooting in Philly, and Philly's on fire, and then you got Brooklyn that's Jake's tearing shit up in Brooklyn because of the incident in Philly. And you have Jake's out there, clashing with the police and not realizing that what they're doing is they're fulfilling prophecies, man. One prophecy that come to mind is in the Apocrypha about the uproars of the people. And that's been happening all around the world. But the people that are part of these uproars and these riots and looting, and you mainly have Jake doing it in here in America, they don't realize, like I said, they don't realize that they're part of prophecy. And they don't realize what is going to happen next. See, the elite are behind this. And what they're going to do, the next step is, what they're showing is that the police, your local police, cannot handle these crowds, cannot handle these rioters, these looters. It's out of hand. And you have Donald J. Trump saying, if this happened, I'm going to bring in the troops. Well, he said that before he came into office. When he came into office, I think he said it before, and then he said it after, but he never did it. The situation in Chicago, people getting shot up, drive-by shooting, getting hit with stray bullets and so forth. And he said, if this thing keeps happening, I'm going to send in the National Guard. But he never did. And then he's been saying it from the time of the pandemic, from the time of George Floyd. And when shit really got kicked off is when George Floyd was supposedly killed by an officer, and that's when all hell broke loose. And then then you had the one Jake that got shot up. He tasered the police officer, and then Atlanta went off, and then something happened in New York, and we never seen this, man. You go back 5 years ago, 10 years ago, whatever. You go back to the so-called Black Lives Matter back in 2013. They didn't bust up windows and loot anything. So now it's just wild, man. It's chaos. And the old saying is order ad chaos, order out of chaos. And that order is a new world order. New world order. Ordo ab chaos. So you have the elite that behind this. Whether they're actually making it happen, they say that they're paying people to go out there, which could be partly true. But then you have other people that's just going to do it. Oh, hell, I wanted a 50, 60-inch screen flat TV, and I ain't got the money, so when them people come looting, I'm gonna go down there and I'm gonna grab me 2 of them bad boys. So what Jake doesn't understand and realize is that they're gonna send the troops in there. They're gonna send military ground forces in there. And what they're gonna do is they're gonna grab people up, and they're not gonna have any place to put them, so they're gonna have to make places to put them. Like for example, the Walmart stores that have been closed, and Walmart stores are always crowded. You open up a Walmart in your area, guaranteed day number 1 there's gonna be people waiting outside, a big line around the corner to let people come up in there, man. So why would you close these various Walmart stores, which those are big, major, you get lost in them stores, man. Some of them just one level, and some of them you have multiple levels. And buy shit cheap from the Chinese. So, there have been videos out, Walmart, when you play with the letters, you take wall and you turn it around backwards is law, and then Mart is short for Marshall. You put Mart in the front, martial law. So that's what they say. Whether Walmart, they call the store Walmart after the name of the owner, or they're showing the elite, the insiders, that this is the place where martial law is going to take place, and we're going to house these people. So you got Jake out there, and then you got Jake that don't go and loot, that don't riot, that don't protest. But guess what? You Jakes out there, you're going to be caught up in a dragnet. This is the fulfillment of many scriptures. One scripture that comes to mind is Revelation 2 verse 10, because some of us will be, or most of us will be, caught up behind the riots, behind the looting, behind the burnings, behind the uproars of the people, and within all that you have the so-called virus, which Trump said, how are you going to get the people to take the vaccine? And he said, we're going to use the military. Why would you use the military? Because for the most part, you got to intimidate people and force people to take chip. You're going to grab them out their houses, which the scriptures say about the mark, that they're going to be deceived to taking the mark. Or not the mark, but the vaccine, which ultimately is going to lead to the mark. Auto ab KO. Anyway, let me get back into my subject. Now we see everything crystal clear. We know the next step, what's going to happen next, what's going to happen after that. Ultimately, and this is why we here at Great Millstone, we do so many videos on the mark of the beast being a microchip. And at the same time, you have other camps, other major camps, that maintain that the mark of the beast is not the microchip. It's going to be found out that we have the truth. We've been saying the mark of the beast is the microchip, and it's going to come to pass. And when it does come to pass, you other people that are part of these camps, the ones that have half a brain, you're going to leave that particular camp. You're going to really bum rush the videos that we put up. looking for answers. Because a lot, I'm gonna say this, man, and that's even in GMS New York camp and all the GMS camps, you got certain guys that stick out. You know, you got certain guys. Well, of course, the apostles come up because we started this thing, you know, under the leadership of our teachers. And so there was many various state camps that was set up, and not just state camps, but camps around the whole world, man, in different parts of Europe and Africa, in London and Canada. And shalom to you brothers up there in Canada that's holding on. And across the pond, England, London, whatever camps are out there, Holland, Germany, Africa, different European brothers out there in Europe, Italy, brothers out there in Italy. You know, the Most High, this is a spirit. This is a sweeping spirit, man. It cannot be stopped. This is, you know, we are the orgonite. We represent the orgonite. Orgonite, when you look it up, is a force that comes at you, and when you try to use your force, it takes in your force and uses your force and the organized force against you and becomes stronger and stronger. And now Esau, you know, Esau's getting nervous now. Like I said in one of the previous videos that I did earlier today, I said, you know, I was speaking about, you know, how powerful his word is, and that we, you know, Esau like to say we're a hate group with this, with that. No, we're a prophetic group. We're the Israelites, we're the people of the Bible, but we are the leadership, which are the prophets of the Lord. And if we're anything, we're a prophetic group, and we are a truth group, because we're telling you the truth. We're telling you the truth. We're telling you who we are, who you are, and we're telling you what's going to happen. We're spiritual weathermen. We see what's happening. We see what's coming next. And we see that ultimately the Most High is going to destroy this place with these missiles, these ICBM, which is intercontinental ballistic missiles. Now, I was just watching a video because I noticed that Apostle Ramlab been getting a lot of hits. I'm saying, damn, I don't remember him getting hits like this, you know, 3,000 hits and 4,000 hits. And so that didn't happen a month or two ago. And, you know, I said there was a reason behind it, you know. And the elder Manatazakba, he had did a video on that. And he said there was a lot of scoffers. So I'm watching this video, and I didn't even watch all the video. I turned the video off because I said I wanted to do another video. This spirit was up in me to do a video based on the things that he said, the words that he said, the statements that he made. And I said, well, that's a good thing. I said, that's a good thing that you got all these scoffers coming on here, because you know what? Every scoffer, especially, well, if it's a Jake, they condemn anyone that's in the scriptures. Anyone that comes against us, that's what is that, Isaiah 54, they shall be condemned. Whether it be vocab leading these people here, and all vocab did a good thing. Vocab introduced us to a lot of, he made this work, he He made this truth even stronger by vocab coming against us and putting videos up against us, and we do encounters on his videos. He just made us more famous against these people that don't believe, so they can be condemned. Anyway, let me go into the scriptures, and I'm try to read these scriptures pretty fast because they're pretty much self-explanatory. It says Matthew 13 verse 10, and the disciples came and said unto him, Why speakest thou in parables? He answered and said unto them, Because it is given unto you to know the mysteries of the kingdom of heaven, but to them it is not given. That's why there's certain people that can't see it. You know, remember when Sarnetta and Polite came down, and there was a big thing about the debates about the Hebrew Israelites, and they were focused on us. And guess what? You go to Sarnetta's page, and I'll go there afterwards. Most of the time, he's bringing out the scriptures. Does the Bible do with this? Do the Hebrew Israelites do? He used to deal with all kind of philosophies and ways of life. It seems like he only mostly focuses on the scriptures. The scriptures are always on trial, because in his subconscious mind, because he's an Israelite, he knows that the Bible is true or truth, but the Most High haven't fully opened up his eyes to it. And then those people that listen to him and follow him, because he gets a lot of hits too, all those people that rise up against us and shall be judged. And a lot of jakes are going to take the chip. A lot of our people are going to take. They don't know that they're going against the scriptures, even if you tell them. Well, look at these major camps. Look at ISUPK and look at IUIC. And it's not like, you know, recently I did a bunch of videos cursing out Nate, and Nate gets emotional and mad about it. But it's not that I get up one day and say, well, when I get home, I'm going to make a video, I'm going to get on Nate. It just comes through the spirit. Because he's going off. He's going off. ISUPK, you can just forget about them. What's a greater word than gone? They're beyond gone. There's a video right there. Beyond gone. They're not just gone, they're beyond gone. Here they recently said in the video that you can have sex on the Sabbath, which is crazy, which is madness. Scriptures say they shall wax worse and worse, but let me keep reading. It says, you got the madness with the 12 tribes, 12 tribes. That's a fake sign. And that's it. But you know what they'll tell you? They'll tell you they're Judah in a minute. How do you know that you're Judah? How do you know that you're Judah? How do you know if you're not Benjamin? How do you know if you're not Levi? How do you know if you're not Gad? Let me read on. It says 12 verse, Matthew 13 verse 12. For whosoever hath, to him shall be given, and he shall have more abundance. You know what that's talking about? It says in, what is that, John 7:38, if I'm not mistaken. It speaks about out of his belly shall flow rivers of living water. You know, he that believes in the Lord YAHAWASHI. It says, out of his belly shall flow rivers of living water. What is the water? Now, we know that that's not literal. What is the water? The water is this truth. In other words, we're gushing out this truth. You know, we're putting this truth. We're doing videos every day. Sometimes we do 2 videos a day. Sometimes the Spirit is on you, do 3 videos a day. It might be a long video, might be a couple of short videos. Now, you men that woke up to this truth, you're not doing videos that much. The Spirit ain't on you. Guess what? There's a good chance that you're not one of the elect. And there's a lot of you that just don't have fear. It says, the 12th verse, for whosoever hath, to him shall be given, and he shall have more abundance. But whosoever hath not, from him shall be taken away, even that he hath. Let's deal with the men going back 9, 10, 11 years, 8 years ago, that had come in and followed GMS. How many of them guys fell back off? It was hundreds. And where are they now? You don't even know where they're at. They just don't do videos no more. They don't teach. And what did they do? They went back to their vomit. Like, as a dog go back to its vomit, that's what they did. They went back. Whatever they were doing the day before they came into this truth, whatever they were doing, if they were roller skating every Saturday night, you know, if they were stealing hubcaps, if they were snatching purses, if they were sleeping all day, guess what? They went back to what they did that day before they came to the truth. They went right back to doing that, man. If they were just a nigga on the corner talking shit all day, they went right back to talking on the corner with talking shit on the corner. And I see that all the time in the hood, man. And they look at me funny because I don't you know, hang out with them. That's 2 Peter 4 1 on down. Because when you come into this truth, the friends that you had, the hardcore friends that you had before you came into this truth, when you came into this truth, you slowly, and some of you quickly had cut your friends off. I didn't quickly cut my friends off, but I slowly cut my friends off. And they see, and the Spirit has it where your friends, they'll see you speaking. They'll see. I'm talking about before you, long before YouTube. When we used to speak down in Manhattan, I would always have a friend, and they would find it, and their eyes would pop open like, what the hell? And like I had this a friend that he was an Edomite, but he could be a Jake. He's Portuguese, and he saw me speaking, and his eyes popped open. And he actually tried to come into camp, man. I kind of gave him a dirty look. I said, man, back the fuck up. Because I was in that, you know, cult-like spirit. You know, when you first come in, you hate Edomites. You slam, like if an Edomite's behind you going through a door, you slam the door in their face. You know, you look at him like you want to fuck him up. I remember I was in the elevator and there was an Edomite businessman, an Edomite woman. There was a couple of them, right? And that spirit jumped up on me, man. I gave them dirty looks like I was like, motherfuckers. You know what they did? They hopped out of that elevator, man. But then as you grow in this thing, you know, that's not the spirit that you're supposed to be in. If it at all possible, be peaceful with all men, live peacefully with all men. So now I see an Edomite. I said, how you doing, Bob? You know, hold the door for him, you know. And you might look at me and say, yo, Tahar's kissing the white man's ass. No, I ain't kissing the white man's ass. I'm being wise as a serpent and harmless as a dove. You know? Anyway, I'm sorry, I'm rambling. It said, he answered and said unto them, because it is given unto you to know the mysteries. What are some of the mysteries? Most of the book of Revelation. You might be able to breeze through Revelation 1, 2, and 3. But from 4 to 22, you're going to have a hard time understanding what Revelation is all about. Or the book of Revelation. The same goes with Daniel. There's certain parts of Daniel 1 you can break, no big deal. Daniel 2, you ran into a brick wall. As vocab. Vocab couldn't break down Daniel 2 if his life depended upon it, man. He can't break down Daniel the 7th chapter. I was watching one video. It was a live, and them dudes from Chicago, the men from Sakari, called in on his show. And I remember like it was yesterday. They called in, and it was Deacon Hakar that went into. He said, "What is the beast in Revelation 13?" or "What is the beast in?" He said something. I believe it was, "What is the beast in?" And this dude just. And he started stuttering because he doesn't know the breakdowns, man. He knows that theological bullshit that you learn in those theological cemeteries. They don't know the mysteries. They don't know who Esau is, and they never taught him who Esau is, man. They never had a class. Okay, class, we're gonna go into who Esau is. Esau. I did a video called "Proof." The Romans are Edomites, and that's a bad video. You got to watch the video from the beginning to the end. You got to watch the whole video, and I bring you pretty much some basic documents where those Jewish rabbis, and I did videos on that before. They said that the Romans are descended from Esau, from the Edomites. Why you think they propped up the Herodian dynasty? Because they were fellow Edomites. But the Romans did not call themselves Edomites, but those people descended from Edomites. Anytime you see a movie on the Romans with the Caesar and the soldiers, what they call them, the army, the military is set up as legions, which is about 7,000 men. It's a little less than 7,000 men. It's like 6,800 and something, but it's almost 7,000 men. But there's, I believe, about 600 to 700 horsemen, and the rest of them are foot soldiers. And anytime you see a movie on the Romans, and them are good. I get into them ancient Roman movies, man. Like Gladiator, I got all into that, man. Those ancient movies. Well, anyway, we know that they're the Edomites, and they're showing them, and they're all white actors, Edomite actors, and that's how you know what an Edomite looks like. All you got to do is go to the Roman Empire, go to the Caesars. Especially the first 12 Caesars. Well, Julius wasn't considered a Caesar, but he was a Caesar. He was an emperor. His name was Caesar. Anyway, I'm sorry. Let me go back into this. It says, 11 verse again. He answered and said unto them, because it is given unto you to know the mysteries of the kingdom of heaven, but unto them it is not given. The mysteries is something that has to be revealed to you. Another word for mysteries is secrets. The Most High said in Amos that he will do nothing but he will reveal his secrets unto his servants, the prophets. We claim we know the whole book. We know the whole book. Open up any page in the book, we know it. It means this, it means that. 12 verse. For whosoever hath, to him shall be given, and he shall have more abundance. But whosoever have not, from him shall be taken away, even that he hath. Like I mentioned, these guys that fell off. When they fell off, they did their own thing. They said we were going off on this, we were going off on that, and guess what? All of a sudden, and we say that, we said, well, let's see how long it takes for this guy gets tired of coming on YouTube. They said, therefore speak I to them in parables, because they seeing see not, and hearing they hear not, neither do they understand. But you know what we're doing? We're telling you exactly what it means, but people can't see it because your spiritual eye is not open to receive it. Like these pastors and these ministers, these Christians, these clown-ass Christians, those people are easy to beat up on, man. Them people are easy. The only ones that really know something are those Edomites that are like top Christian scholars. But the average everyday Christian, they don't know. They're retards. They're retards. Those Christians that follow vocab are a bunch of spiritual retards. Go on his page. When they make their comments, they never quote the scriptures. It's very rare that they quote the scripture. Why? Because they don't know the scriptures. 14 verse, Matthew 13 verse 14. And in them is fulfilled the prophecy of Isaiah, which saith, by hearing ye shall hear and shall not understand, and seeing ye shall see and shall not perceive. That's Isaiah 6. It says 15 verse, for this people's heart is wax gross, and their ears are dull of hearing, and their eyes they have closed, lest at any time, Isaiah 6, they should see with their eyes and hear with their ears, and should understand with their heart, their minds, and should be converted, and I should heal them. So why haven't the Most High healed them? Because the Most High is subject to his prophecies. Because if all Israelites woke up and we all prayed to the east, the Most High would take this man down overnight. That's in 1 King, the 8th chapter, the prayer of Solomon. It said, if we all face the east and call on the name of Yahawah Ba'Shem YAHAWASHI, then the Most High will deliver us. So you damn niggas is keeping us back. You clown ass niggas are keeping us back. But we understand why, because the Most High have blinded you. It said, but listen to this, 16 verse, but blessed are your eyes, for they see, and your ears, for they hear. For verily I say unto you, that many prophets and righteous men have desired to see those things which ye see, and have not seen them, and to hear those things which ye hear, and have not heard them. But did they actually hear them and see them? Yes, because the apostles of the Lord were some of the ancient prophets in the past, coming back. Everything is reincarnation. That's reincarnated. That's a thing that vocab can't see, because he's an Edomite. He's a dark Edomite. He's an Edomite, Ak. Inside joke. Anyway, I'm going to read a couple more precepts, because I'm getting a little long-winded here. And we know Jay has a short attention span. Anyway, it says Isaiah 42 verse 16, and I will bring the blind by a way, and the blind is talking about the blind, referring to the blind Israelites, by a way that they knew not. I will, what does it mean, a way that they knew not? Didn't they know it at one time? Yes. But they know it not. Both sides took it away from them, because we've been over here on this side of the world for so long that we literally as a people have no clue as to what's going on. So a way that they knew not, meaning they didn't know this for a long time, for years, for hundreds of years. It said, I will lead them in paths that they have not known. But do we know it? The scriptures say, I will bring all things to your remembrance, though you once knew it. But here, it suggests that we never knew this. Of course we knew it, but it's been so far gone that we didn't know it, that the Most High rules it as, we don't know, you get something that you didn't know nothing about this, but in reality you did know about this when you go back in your many lives before you came on this earth right here. It says or this time, it said, I will make darkness light before them, and that's us. The darkness is the dark sayings, the hidden things, the plan of the elite, And we can see right through it, man. We can see right through it. Things straight, or make crooked things straight. These things will I do unto them, and not forsake them, not forsake us, not forsake the Israelites, starting with the elect. Because the rest of the Israelites that are not a part of the elect, they're going to be caught up in this. They're going to be part of the Most High has to use somebody to play the part of to fulfill the prophecies. So it's you 2/3. Isaiah 56 verse 10. His watchmen are blind. The leaders of these people, of our people. A lot of these churches tell you to go out and vote. It says, his watchmen are blind. They are all ignorant. They are all dumb dogs. That includes Nate of the IUIC. That includes Johanna of the ISUPK. That includes most of them camps. Because why? They're not teaching the whole Bible. If they were teaching the word in its entirety, they would tell you that the mark that GMS was right is right. GMS was always right. The mark of the beast is the microchip. They ain't saying it. So guess what? Either they're blind or they took that damn sack. It says his watchmen are blind. They are all ignorant. They are all dumb dogs. They cannot bark. Now what does it mean to bark? What I'm doing right now, I'm barking right now. I'm warning you. What is that? Isaiah 62 verse 5. It says, give them no rest until Jerusalem be a praise in the earth. It said they cannot bark, sleeping, lying down, loving to slumber. Isaiah 59 verse 10. We, which are the Israelites, the blind Israelites, grope for the wall like the blind. And what does that mean? That's parabolic. It means that when you groping for the wall is the truth. You're looking for the truth. You're looking for a way out. And like the other day, I was passing by some precinct where they were voting. They had a big line around the corner, and it was mostly Jake. So I yelled out and I said, what are y'all doing? Y'all voting? No, I said, what are y'all doing? And they said, we're voting. And I said, I knew that. I just wanted to confirm it. And I'm looking at them. They're totally blind, man. If you set up a camp right there where they were lined up, they wasn't going to listen to you. They're trying to hurry up and wait on that long-ass line so you can hurry up and vote for Biden. And Biden is just as much a demon as Trump. So these jakes are gone, man. You can just hey, as Yaakov would say, if a nigga can't get it, we moving on. And Elder Abba would say, if they can't get it, just forget them. Just forget them. And that makes all the sense in the world. Isaiah 59 verse 10. We grope for the wall like the blind, and we grope as if we had no eyes. We stumble at noonday. What happens at noonday? That's when the sun is highest in the sky. So that's the brightest time of the day. So you're supposed to be able to see clearly everything in front of you or around you or behind you. Here they are, the light is on them, and they stumbling as in the night. We are in desolate places as dead men. So what does that mean? Ezekiel 37, dry bones in the valley. Revelation 11. We got a couple more precepts and I'm going to close it. Zephaniah 1 verse 17, and I will bring distress upon men. And we're in distress right now. We're in distress right now. This is also known as Jacob's trouble, and it's going to get worse out here. Now they're talking about depending on who is elected, because I'm gonna say this: if Trump is re-elected, which I believe he's going to be re-elected, but it doesn't matter if Adolf Hitler comes back from the grave and becomes president. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if Mao Zedong becomes a president. No, it doesn't matter, because whoever becomes a president is going to be the captain of this sinking ship. In the Bible, it's called Babylon the Great. This is a sinking ship. It's not going to come back. Trump is not going to make America great again. Biden is not going to bring the jobs back. This place is it's done. It's finished. Finito. Stick a fork in her. She's done. The greatness is not coming back. It's only going to get worse. Only thing you got to look forward to, man, is this microchipping, which is the mark of the beast, all hell breaking loose, and then this destruction coming, and the Lord and the angels coming back to deliver the elect, and a new kingdom will start. And we're going to go around the world and shackle everybody up. Now, you be a damn fool if you think you're going to do it now. Esau has the power. Esau will fuck your shit up. Esau will fuck your shit up. Try to go up against Esau. Try to go head to head, mano y mano with Esau. Esau will fuck your head. Man, he'll knock you the fuck out of here, man. Esau is the power now. Esau is the captain now. Zephaniah 1 verse 17. And I will bring distress upon men, that they may walk like blind men, because they have sinned against Yahawah. And their blood shall be poured out as dust, and their flesh as the dung. That's all these killings going on. Anytime a Jake gets shot up by a police officer, it's always a Jake. It's always a Jake. All these police shootings, at least what they show in the news, it's always a Jake man. It's always a so-called Negro man. It's never an East Indian. It's never a Chinese person. It's never a so-called white man. It's never Arab. Arabs don't be getting shot up, but the white man says all Arabs are terrorists. The main people that's getting shot up are Jake men. And then recently, some Jake women, but more so Jake men. Why? Because you're under the curses. That's why. Okay, this will be the last one. I'm going to close. It said, let them alone. This is Matthew 15, verse 14. It said, let them alone. So, you know, I'll get on Nate, I'll get on Johanna, I'll get on this group and that group, if they're specifically going off on the scripture. And the reason why I do that is so when somebody watches their video and they say something and they're saying the wrong thing, I'm going to put a counter on that, so that same person might run across my video and say, well, wait a minute, I watched a video where they said that the microchip is Christianity and embargo, but here I am coming to your video and you're saying something different, and you might even ask a question, and you know what I'll do? I'll go into the scriptures, I'll show you certain things, and if you are part of the elect, you're going to see it. If you're not part of the elect, you're not going to see it. In Ezekiel 3rd chapter, it said, warn them. It said, tell them whether they hear or forbear. Then the blood is no longer on my hands. Matthew 15 and 14, this is the last precept. Let them alone, they be blind leaders of the blind. And if the blind lead the blind, both shall fall into the ditch. And anyway, with that, I'm going to say shalom. It's on to the next one. Shalom.
15 units.